Everybody, welcome back to a new post today, and let's continue with regard to the preliminary questions for the month of August, where I left back. So this is part 3 of the August current affairs for the upcoming UPSC preliminary examination, and the very first issue is with regard to the Supreme Court stayed the disqualification of the Congress MP Rahul Gandhi, and he was disqualified under the Representation of People Act section 8, which says that if a person is disqualified for 2 years or more, he will be disqualified for being a MP and MLA, and also will not be able to contest elections for the next 6 years. So this was stayed, and he got back his member of parliamentship, and he was convicted in the case of criminal defamation, where he made a statement regarding the surname Modi and linking it to thieves. So this was the reason why he was convicted, and the maximum sentence under criminal defamation is 2 years. The court, however, the opposition, the BJP political party, which put a case on Rahul Gandhi, could not explain the reason why he needs to be given a maximum sentence of 2 years. So the Representation of People Act section 8 says that if a person is convicted of a crime that has a sentence of 2 years or more, then he will be disqualified of his membership. And this is the first issue. Rajasthan has created 19 districts, and the district number went on to 50. So now it is the third highest district state with the districts, with the UP 71, MP 53, and now. So how are exactly districts carved out? So it is the power of the state to create the districts. The union government has no role in that. Usually it is done by executive order or by a law passed by the state legislative assembly. So recently in Rajasthan it was done by an executive order. The state argues that small districts help in administration and better governance, and many states have formed districts, new districts such as ours, Telangana, and even Andhra Pradesh as well. So the central government exactly does not have any role to play with regard to alteration or creation of new districts. The states are free to decide, and the Ministry of Home Affairs only comes into picture when the states want to change the name of the district or the railway station, and then the state government needs to put a request to other departments and agencies such as the Ministry of Earth Sciences, Intelligence Bureau, Department of Posts, the Geographical Survey of India, Railway Ministry seeking clearance. So as per the trend, as per 2011 census, we have 593, but as per the recent data, after the creation of districts in Andhra Pradesh, separation of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana now 33 districts, we have almost 718 districts in the country. And the next third most important issue is with regard to Supreme Court upholding the ASI study of Gyanvapi Mosque. Now Gyanvapi Mosque is situated in Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh, and ASI, which is serving the mosque premises, on the argument that it has been an Hindu temple. So the Archaeological Survey of India, let me tell you, is an attached body of the Ministry of Culture, and it is a statutory body. It administers more than 3,650 monuments, archaeological sites, and remains of national importance as well. These include temples, mosques, churches, tombs, etc. And the survey also maintains the ancient mounds and other similar sites which remains ancient habitations. It was founded in 1861 by Alexander Cunningham, who became its first Director General. And the fourth most important issue is what exactly is the mission objective of Chandrayaan 3? Is it launching the Chandrayaan, the rocket to send Chandrayaan satellite? To send Chandrayaan onto the lunar surface, or whether to click pictures of the Earth, or whether it is soft landing. So actually the mission objective of Chandrayaan 3 is to demonstrate safe and soft landing on the lunar surface, and that to the South Pole. And this has been a successful attempt of India to demonstrate the rover moving on the moon and to conduct in situ experiments. So these are the mission objectives of Chandrayaan 3, and you should look into the basic payloads also which it carried. Apart from that, there is a House panel now that batted for lowering the minimum age to contest polls. Now we know that the minimum age for Panchayat local elections is 21 years. For Lok Sabha it is 25 years, and for Rajya Sabha is 30 years. So the parliamentary panel recommended lowering the minimum age to contest assembly elections from 25 years to 18 years, saying it will widen the viewpoints of policy debates and also improve the credibility of the political process as well. In addition, the primary Okay, I think I skipped certain points here. So this was the parliamentary panel recommendation to lower the minimum age. You need to know the minimum age for local bodies, for Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, which is different altogether. And apart from that, minimum wage was also with regard to marriage. So marriage age of girls was to be brought on par with boys, that is 21 years of age, but still that is pending. And Union Home Minister, the sixth most important issue is Union Home Minister chaired the committee of the Parliament on official languages. So there is a parliamentary committee on official language that was set up in 1976 under the Section 4 of Official Languages Act of 1963. So the 38th meeting was chaired, and we have an official languages division in the Ministry of Home Affairs, which implements the Official Languages Act of 1963. The committee is chaired by the Union Home Affairs Minister, and has members from both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Now, the purpose of the committee is to review the progress made in Hindi for official purposes, and also to make recommendation with regard to increase in the use of Hindi for communication, official communication. Now, official, we know that we do not have any national language in India. However, Article 343 of the Indian Constitution says that official language of India shall be Hindi in Devanagari script, and the form of numerals must be international form of Indian numerals. 343 clause 2 allows for continuation of English language for another 15 years, and 343 clause 3 gave the Parliament the power to provide the use for English language after that period as well. The Official Languages Act allowed for the use of English language for official purposes of the Union government and for parliamentary business, and hence Indian English and modern standard Hindi are the official languages of the government of India. We do not have a national language. Modern official languages, Hindi is the fastest growing language of all the languages, followed by Kashmiri in the second place, Methi as well as Gujarati in the third place, Bengali in the fourth place. This is according to the 2011, and we have a Schedule 8 dealing with 22 scheduled languages in the Constitution, Part 17 dealing with official language. And at number 7 is the Director General of Foreign Trade. Now, this is attached. This is an agency of the Ministry of Commerce which implements the foreign trade policy. And recently, it was in news for lifting the restrictions which it had imposed on the import of electronic items, especially phones and laptops. And it is administer the foreign trade policy. And at number 8 is Jeddah Peace Conference was attended by the National Security Advisor. Now, what is this peace conference about? The peace conference on Ukraine conflict was hosted by Saudi Arabia, and Ajit Doval, our own National Security Advisor, who's one of the main officials in the National Security Council, arrived in Jeddah to participate in the summit of National Security Advisors of all the countries hosted by Saudi Arabia to discuss the ongoing Russia and Ukraine conflict. Now, top officials from 40 countries had attended this peace conference, and let me tell you a few points about the National Security Advisor. So this post was created in 1998 by the then Atal Bihari Vajpayee government, and in 2004 the new government headed by Manmohan Singh at the center divided the job of the NSA into foreign and one foreign head and internal head. However, later again it was amalgamated. Now, National Security Advisor is a senior official in the National Security Council, a body again created by Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and he is the chief advisor to the Prime Minister of India on national security policy and international affairs. And at number 9 is Clouded Leopard. Clouded Leopard was identified in the Manas National Park in Assam. So let's have a quick review of where exactly clouded leopard, this cat, occurs in India. So it is found from the Himalayan foothills in Nepal, Bhutan, India to Myanmar, along southeastern Bangladesh, Thailand Peninsula, Malaysia, and south of the Yangtze River in China, and it is locally extinct in Singapore and Taiwan. In India, it occurs in the state of Sikkim, northern western Bengal, Tripura, Mizoram, Manipur, Assam, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, as well as the Meghalaya subtropical forest. So it is found all along the northeastern. In Parke Tiger Reserve, it was photographed in the semi-evergreen forest recently. It was also identified in located in Sikkim. Apart from that, Manas National Park also we find the clouded leopard, and recently it was also located in Dampa Tiger Reserve, the Eagle Nest Wildlife Sanctuary, Sichuan Bugun Wildlife Community Reserve, and the Meghalaya Meghalaya's Nongkhailam National Park and Balfankaram landscape as well. So at number 10 is the Amazon Forest Treaty Organization, which now the summit of the Amazon Forest Treaty was conducted by Brazil, and this Amazon Cooperation Treaty Organization is an intergovernmental organization formed by 8 Amazonian countries. The countries over which the Amazon rainforests are spread, they are Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Guyana, Peru, Suriname, Venezuela, which signed the Amazon Cooperation Treaty, becoming the only socio-environmental bloc in Latin America. So the Amazon Cooperation Treaty was signed in 1978, and this is oriented to promote the harmonious development of Amazonian territories in such a way that the actions of the Amazon countries produce equitable and mutually beneficial results in the Amazonian region. And let me tell you that the Amazon is a broad, moist, broad-leaf tropical rainforest covering in the Amazon biome that covers almost the Amazon basin, the Amazon River basin in South America, and 70 lakh square kilometers, and it is covered by rainforest mainly. It is a largest carbon sink of the earth, and this region includes territories belonging to the 9 countries which I just read out, and majority of the forest, 60% of it is located in Brazil, followed by Peru with 13%, Colombia with 10%, and minor amounts like about just 5 to 4% in Bolivia, Ecuador, French Guyana, Suriname, Venezuela. 4 nations have Amazonas as the name of one of the first level administrative region, and France uses the name of Guyana Amazonian Park for the French Guyana's protected rainforest area. So this represents half of the remaining rainforests on the earth. And at number 12 is the Rohini Committee for Subcategorization of the Caste. Now I'm not sure, but I might have discussed it, but still it was formed in 2017, led by the Chief Justice of Delhi High Court, and it has a 4-member commission formed to ensure more equitable distribution of reservation benefits among the OBCs, and for this the government has given it a task to subcategorize. So the main objective is equitable distribution of reservation of benefits to the OBCs, and for this they are going to subcategorize the OBCs. Now the commission was assigned to investigate the conditions of the socially and educationally backward classes, or the OBCs. There is no term as OBCs in the constitution. It is specified as socially economic backward classes, and proposed step for their improvement. They have to examine the extent in which there is inequality in the distribution of benefits with reservations, and also work out a criteria and parameters by which the subcategorization of the OBCs can be done. It is also tasked to recommend any correction with regard to the central list of OBCs as well, and this include corrections of any repetitions, ambiguities, inconsistencies, etc. So what exactly is the need for the subcategorization? Now we know that 27%, we know that the OBCs are provided 27% of reservation. However, there is a debate that only few communities are enjoying this reservation, and therefore there shall be equitable distribution of this reservation among the OBCs. Recently, the report of the Rohini Commission recommended 3 bands of the OBCs. Communities receiving no benefits should get 10% of the 27%. Those receiving partial benefits should get 10% of the 27%, and those receiving maximum should get 7% of the 27%. So did any state have subcategorization of the OBCs? Yes, many states have taken up subcategorization of the OBCs. Our Telangana is one of them, including West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Jharkhand, Bihar and Jammu and Kashmir, and even Haryana and the Union Territory of Puducherry. So there is already subcategorization of the OBCs in these states. The next is BharatNet, because Cabinet was cleared a rupee 1.39 lakh crore for BharatNet. So what exactly is BharatNet? Now BharatNet is the biggest rural telecom project in the world, and it is being implemented in a phased manner to ensure broadband connectivity to the Gram Panchayats, which are approximately 2.5 lakh Gram Panchayats in the country, to provide non-discriminatory digital access. And it is being implemented by a SPV, that is a special purpose vehicle called as the Bharat Broadband Network Limited, and this program was started in 2011, and this SPV is being incorporated under the Companies Act of 1956. The next is Amrit Bharat Railway Station. So what exactly are Amrit Bharat Railway Stations? The Amrit Bharat Railway stations aim to develop 1309 stations nationwide. The redevelopment will provide modern passenger amenities, along with well-designated traffic circulation, intermodal integration and signage to guide the passengers. The scheme was launched by the Ministry of Railways in 2023, and it has state-wise plans where the building designs will incorporate the local culture. For example, the Jaipur railway station will have something such as the Hawa Mahal and the Ajmer Fort from Rajasthan. It also envisages development of the statements on a continuous basis with a long-term approach. It involves preparing master plans for the implementation to improve amenities in the status like stations like circulation areas, waiting halls, toilets, lift and escalators, cleanliness, Wi-Fi, kiosks, local products through the schemes such as the One Station, One Product scheme of the central government, better passenger information system, executive lounges, etc. So it's a rehaul of the railway stations exactly. And the next one is the Zoological Survey of India recently found out that 5% of the birds in India are endemic, and recent report or publication by the Zoological Survey of India, and it said that these are not reported in other parts of the world. The publication titled 75 Endemic Birds of India, and it was recently released in 108th Foundation. So find out something about the Zoological Survey of India. India is home to 1353 bird species, which represents 12% of the global bird diversity. Of these 1353 bird species, 78 now are endemic to the country, and highest among them are found in the Western Ghats, 28 bird species, and some of the interesting bird species like the Malabar grey hornbill, Malabar parakeet, Ashambo laughing thrush, and the white-bellied sholakili have been also named. 25 birds are endemic to the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and endemism in the Andaman group of islands have been developed because of geographical isolation, and of the 28 species, 25 are classified as threatened by the IUCN, and 3 species are like the Himalayan quail, Jordan's courser, are listed as critically endangered, and 5 of the endemic species are categorized as endangered, 17 vulnerable, and 11 are categorized as near threatened. So what exactly near threatened, vulnerable, endangered, critically endangered exactly means? Take a look at them. And at number 17 is Assam now is to end polygamy. So the Assam government has sought a public opinion to propose a law to end polygamy in the state. Marriage, let me tell you, falls under the concurrent list. Both the centre and the states can form a law on this, but according to the doctrine of repugnancy under Article 254 stipulates that if the state legislation contradicts the central legislation, that the state law shall be overridden unless it receives a prior assent of the President of India. And Assam government is now coming up with the mode to inform a uniform civil code, and that is why it has formed an expert committee to study the legislative competence of the assembly to do away with polygamy. It said that the report of the committee said that right to practice religion under Article 25 and 26 is not absolute and subject to public order, morality, health and legislative provisions for social welfare and reform, and therefore under this polygamy should not be practiced, that is having more than one wife. And 130 at number 18 is India's sugar surplus leading to a crisis. So recently there was a write-up about India becoming the largest producer of sugar in the world, surpassing Brazil, producing almost 359 lakh tons in 2021-22. But this isn't sweet news, with the resources going into sinking mode, because sugar is a water guzzling crop, and most of the sugar is grown in the northern India, where you have very high groundwater resources, but it is leading to depletion of groundwater resources. And therefore there was a write-up recently asking about how the sugar growing, how India becoming the largest producer of sugar, but it is going to lead to an agriculture crisis. Now sugarcane is one of the most profitable cash crops, and this has led to chronic overcultivation of the country, mostly because of the fair and remunerative prices, mostly apart from that subsidies that are given, and also other steps that are taken to promote the cultivation of sugar. With regard to this, the issues of subsidy and the assistance given by India, Brazil, Australia and Guatemala also filed a complaint against India in the World Trade Organization for violating international trade rules by offering excessive subsidies and domestic support to the farmers to overcompete with these countries, and the World Trade Organization ruled against India, and India also lost its appeal. So the sugar so the government is now trying to deal with the sugar surplus situation and trying to divert the production for ethanol, which is an organic compound used by fermenting the sugarcane molasses or sugar. And ethanol is an active ingredient not only in alcoholic beverages but also in cosmetic and chemical industries. And ethanol blended petrol is very useful because it reduces harmful emissions such as carbon monoxide and various hydrocarbons and from vehicles, and also can help to the government to reduce the imports of oil as well. The government launched the ethanol blended program in 2003. The aim of this program is to reduce oil imports and curtail greenhouse gas emission from petrol based vehicles. And for this, the goal of blending ethanol with petrol is 5%, but now the target is 20% up to 2025. And the major sugar producing states in India are Uttar Pradesh, the first number, Maharashtra. Uttar Pradesh produces half of the sugarcane, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Bihar, and Telangana just produces only 0.66% of the sugarcane. And the last issue is about the no confidence debate that happened in the Lok Sabha. So no confidence motion is a parliamentary procedure moved by the Lok Sabha only and not the Rajya Sabha to ascertain the confidence in the government, and it is moved under the Lok Sabha rules, and explicitly it is not mentioned in the constitution, but a mention of it is done in Article 75(3), which says that the government is responsible to the Lok Sabha or to the House of People, and the Council of Ministers cannot take up the no confidence motion. So the first no confidence motion was in 1963 against Jawaharlal Nehru. It was moved by Acharya J.B. Kripalani because of the Sino-India War, which happened in 1962. Indira Gandhi, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, faced the highest number of no confidence motions during a term, and only 3 governments have lost the no confidence motion. One is Atal Bihari, one is VP Singh in 1990, then it is Atal Bihari Vajpayee in 1996, and lastly it is the H.D. Devagowda in 1997. So these are the 3 cases where they have lost, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi faced the no confidence motion for the second time, and they won it in the Lok Sabha. So this is about the August Part 3 current affairs for the UPSC upcoming preliminary examination. I hope this was really helpful to you all. If you did, please do like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to comment. And I shall see you with the last series, the second last series. We have 4 and 5 in my next coming post, and until then, it's very happy learning.